Ah, that's nice. I just gotta make sure this is... I thought it was gonna be running by now. Oh, maybe I screwed that up. That would suck. Oops. Ah, nope, there it goes. Flying Llama, you thought I was not going to actually stream today because I just happened to forget for the last 7 hours. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, that's definitely not a thing. No one believes that, do they? Yeah, they shouldn't. Also, for everyone who waited for the hour and a half that I forgot I was going to stream today, and it's kind of wondering why I had my setup up. It's like, oh yeah, oops. That's silly. Fraser, Flying Llama, Ignis, Wallace Burner, Airier. Dude, there's a lot of people here. Demi. And, looks like the first comment goes to Fraser Green. Probably butchered the name, but thanks for dropping in. Yeah. Also, Scored Meteor 105, sup. And Demkun, sup. Yeah, today we are going to be finishing this guy. I'm actually looking forward to it, and yeah, we're just going to jump right in. First, I need to just adjust this slightly. I'm trying to adjust the painting setup so it's a little easier to keep the actual model on stream, because apparently I make mistakes frequently, and don't do that. So I'm just getting this guy right on here. Alright, that's better. Sweet. This is where it's most comfortable for me to hold it, so... Okay, this'll work. Sweet. Fraser Tyranid models? A lot. Hormigons, Tormigons, Gene Stealers, Hive Tyrant, a couple Biovores, 2 of those, a Death Leaper, which was a pain to put together because I hadn't worked with resin before. Gah. That's just, yeah. And Ignis, pretty good. Actually, I'm trying something different. I put a little tea in the cup and then added the hot water with the cup. It actually worked out better because it mixed in with the actual tea, so it actually tastes a little better. I know that sounds weird because it's all mixed together either way, but yeah, it actually seems better. All right, so let's get started. So yeah, very busy day yesterday. Apparently today was supposed to be Corpse Party, and yesterday was supposed to be Corpse Party, but things happened, and I like how they went. There's going to be a video up about it tomorrow, so let's just say I'm very excited to put that out there, and yeah. I'm a bit excited because it was a very fun day. Oh. Oh, you read... Oh, Tom, Oh, yeah, they went graphic on it. Well, if you're going to show a descent into, oh God, why? They're definitely, oh God, whying it up. Or I have no idea what you're talking about. I would never make obvious mistakes. That never happens. You saw nothing. So let's see. Today, let's just jump right into this thing. I'm going to hit that purple. Ooh, got to get a little more of the bone up here. Let's see. Make this purple as well, because I know it's supposed to be mucusy on this guy, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to get that. The back, maybe a little silver on these little nodules back here. And, oh, of course, more silver on the gun itself, just to more differentiate it. But let's start off with something nice and easy. A little bit of the bone just to add it up. I know this apparently sounds weird on stream. And yeah, I saw the 90s and 80s Tyranids. If I found a full army of 2,000 points that were still usable now, I would not buy them because they look so incredibly bad. I don't think they would be fun to use. And I don't even want to try to imagine paying for that. Oh God, just justifying that to myself would hurt. Okay, first off, I'm going to just... My brush is starting to fray. I'm a little annoyed about that. So I'll do what I can with what I got. This is going to be a little hard because it's so small. There's actually a layer of paint there already, but it's not easily seen. What I'm trying to do is paint over the sections that I want to hit up, and more importantly, if I go over too far, the ones that will easily be adjusted. Okay. Just getting the mouthpieces. It's very small work. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some people did this with a magnifying glass. It definitely feels like that would help. Now to just get a bit more of this guy. Yeah, Tom, that sounds absolutely disturbing. But that's probably the point. They wanted to show exactly the kind of horror the Death Guard were in to lead them to actually submitting to Nurgle. You know, show just how bad it was, so they went crazy enough that Nurgle looked like a good option. Yeah, they have to go there somehow. Also, I'm still kind of wondering if Isha might have had some involvement in that. Just call it a thought process. Not sure, not even making it a theory, just wondering if maybe she might have stolen one of them. Just throwing that out there. Alright. Yeah, this guy's mouthpieces are still pretty difficult, but I think I'm getting a good detail on it. I'm also overpainting to the point where I know I'll need to touch this up later. And my brush is starting to fray, so that actually is going to become a problem soon. I would love if there was just one paintbrush that had one hair, just a single hair. But it was a thicker hair so you could just get a nice, good bristle that would never fray. That would be beautiful. Xenos, I actually already recorded that. I think it already came out too, like 2 weeks ago? Meh. Yeah, but by the time you did that, I also had already recorded it too. Alright. I think that's most of the bone sections. No, wait, there's just a little bit of one right here. Ignis, from what I heard, he doesn't actually take the pain away. You just stop realizing you're in pain. I realize how weird that sounds, too. Nurgle is... What really makes him weird isn't so much that he's disgusting. It's that the mental component where you don't realize you're disgusting is screwed up. Really screwed up. By the way, how's it look on your end? Yeah, for some reason it looks a little odd on mine, too. Can't be helped, though. I think my computer's just really slow right now. Tau Space Marines. Oh, God. I've heard the 40k Theories one about that. That is a thing. As you know, as I hadn't? Oh, yeah, I think I had recorded the next day, but timing just didn't work out that way. Sorry about that. That's good enough. Probably just a few more touch-up layers, Just a few light coats. I think that's most of it. I think I got most of that. Probably going to be some touch-ups later, but I know I will need to take up a lot of stuff on the side, if you guys see what I mean. Nurgle is the nicest, but also the most likely to screw you over. I think the most honorable is Khorne, because he'll murder you to your face. But that's literally all he'll do. Everyone else comes with a component that's just much more insidious, honestly. Wait, did I say Nurgle? I meant Khorne. Yeah, Khorne. Hey, Flips, up, man? That's good enough. Now, let's see. What up next? Should I jump into the purples? Or should I try and... Maybe... Ooh, the red parts. No, they're not quite ready. Ooh. After text-to-speech, Tom, I'm actually looking into doing the Hell's Reach fan animations and the fan series on YouTube. I've been told they're very good, so I'll probably look into those. And then after that, it's Freeman's Mind. I've been told to hit that up as well because I heard that was good. So, a lot of things. Nice French mustache. What? Shadow, how would you add a French mustache? I am curious. I'm going to need this for touch-up later. I'm just pulling out the paints I need right now. No, this is the one I haven't touched much. This was starting to separate that. I want to stop from happening, so I had to shake it up. Blue? No. Silver, I'm definitely going to need. Where's the... lead belcher. Going to need that for touch-ups. Purples and pinks. It's more of a pink, actually. All right, see you later, Grey Demon. Thanks for dropping by, man. All right. Let's see. I'll work on the silvers first, then hit up the pinks. Just because that's such a more dominant color. I think if I don't move that one first, it'll be harder to hit it. Honestly, though, I disagree that Tzeentch is the one who screws you over the most. In many cases, he lets you screw you over the most. You might be more screwed over that way because he gives you enough rope to hang yourself, which is probably why it's so bad. He doesn't break his deals. He just makes sure you do. Or you succeed in the way you never wanted possible. Yeah, it's one of the reasons he's so fucked up. All right. Hard to get this back section. The backside of guns is always difficult. But I know some people like to build them and then do the gun. I'm not one of those people. I don't like doing that. It just doesn't appeal to me. Worst to the followers? Directly to them would probably be Nurgle. I mean, he actively inflicts pestilence on them, so probably him. After that would be Slaanesh, making it so you can't actually receive the pleasure you want until you overdo it and therefore ruin any chance. So it's like, on the one hand, God of Pleasure, on the other hand, the god of destroying pleasure by just making it less. And I didn't mute that, damn it. I hate sneezing on stream. Oh, and now I was muted? You got nothing, missed. I was just making an ass of myself. Like always. Alright. This guy's coming along nicely, actually. Yeah, just, usual good day yesterday. Got up, worked out, saw Pretty Guardian, proposed, the usual stuff. Normal day. Let's see if anyone noticed what I said. I thought I unmuted myself. Well, that'd be awkward if I didn't. I'm a mime! Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime! Oh, God. Again, it's always the backsides of guns that give me the hardest time. Oh, hey, Dino. How ever see your name? What's up? Thanks for dropping in. Just working on the play guard. It's actually coming along really nicely. Gonna need to touch this up too because the piece I just colored silver is not supposed to be silver. But I want to make it silver. Okay. I'm actually highlighting a lot of the extra pieces on here. And when did I stripe that? Screw it. If it's already silver, it's already silver. I wanted to actually avoid making this silver. But then I failed, so it's like, screw it. Wow, there is a bit of a lag then if everyone's just catching that now. I cannot actually tell if I'm painting this or if it's just wet. Which would normally imply it, but I can't tell how much paint is actually on it. Silver does not convey color very well. I'm also getting the muzzle. Do I need to? No. Do I want to? Actually, yeah, it looks kind of cool. Okay, that piece is in. Now let's see. Not how I usually paint them, but good enough. Oh, wait. Barely get a bead on it. If there's a silver one right there. Oh, there it is. I have the awkwardest angle of light on it. It's almost entirely impossible for me to see it. So I have to go underneath it and go backwards underneath the gun to try and get the piece I want to paint. Oh, that could have gone better. That could have gone really better. Ugh, I missed everything but the piece I wanted to paint, but I got most of it. Okay, there it is. That's easier to see. Part of it is that my brush is falling apart, so it's trying to paint things I don't want to paint. Might have to go and get another new, really small one. A happy little tree. Wallace, that would definitely work. Oh, man. The campaign Dawn of War? Dino? I actually don't know that game. And there's a lot of other games I need to play still, so I'll probably get to it. Just gotta get a few others done first. Like Kingdom Hearts 3. Now let's see. I think I should stop procrastinating and now hit up the non-silvery parts and get the pinks in there. That would probably work out best. Also, I'm just going to make one quick change. It's kind of bugging me, the angle. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to make these different videos look better. I guess the best way is pushing it back over here. Oops. That's my leg. Better. Not sure why the camera's so glitchy today. Actually, I'm just going to quickly deactivate and reactivate it. See if that helps. I think I should call this stream Technical Difficulties. That would probably be right. Oh, Wallace, Arden came out today on Final Fantasy 15. I've actually heard about that, but I don't know anything about it. Okay, so it looks like the stream is still a little glitchy, but I'm just going to deal with it at this point. Sekiro. I've heard it's a good game, but it does not feel like a Souls game according to a lot of people. That said, Yeah, mileage varies. Take your pick. Ah. Oh no, now you see my secret, that I have a bunch of unpainted models ready to be painted. Oh, wait, that doesn't count as a secret, does it? Now let's see if we can zoom in further. Ah. Okay, that looks better. Again, I'm still getting used to the painting setup, so I'm enjoying finding out how it works. It's definitely interesting. First up, gonna close this silvery lead belcher. Yeah, that's what it's called. Leave it out because I will need to do touch-ups with it, and bring over the pink. Butterfly? Llama? I'm not entirely sure who you're talking about. Oh, Sekiro, huh? I have no idea how that game goes. I've heard people say it looks like the game designed by FromSoft, but it is not playing like one. So I blame EA, because apparently, or Activision. I think Activision's the one that signed the deal with them. Yeah. It's one of those games now. They went over to the dark side. I guess Dark Souls burned out into ash and darkness. There's a joke in there. I'm not going to make it because I have standards. I know. It's funny. Thinking I have standards. All right. This one is actually hard because I'm not entirely sure where some of these pieces end and others begin. I might be relying on a wash to help cover some of these details, because I'm just not sure about a lot of them. Or more likely, I'll just put a little bit in. Oh, no, wait, I know. Oh, I see. Now that I'm adding the more layers and standing out more, some of these are intestines on top of that. Okay. So, okay, I'll paint those red next to make them stand out and make them extra goopy. Who is the butterfly? I think flying llama's having a heart attack on stream. I'm not used to that. It's very different. Wonder if we should send help. What would help look like? Is it bigger than a breadbasket? Honestly, though, it looks like he's having a little trouble with Sekiro. I don't play those games because I would suck a lot. Okay. Getting that. I'm going with tongue covered. I say going with because I'm not sure if that's his tongue. For all I know, it could be his nose. Fleshy protrusions. It could be okay. It could also be both. He could be smelling and tasting the air at the same time. That sounds more like a Slanesh feature, though. Okay, now, oh, wow, there's a lot of little ones back here. There's a little tendril snaking out. This one's hard to get because I already put a layer on. So I'm just putting a top layer on right now. Just enough to indicate the depth. Again, you can barely see the pink underneath the skull, but that's what I was going for. Yeah, completely what I was going for, and not that I just maybe did that by accident. Okay, gotta peel off these. This brush is starting to fray on me. I probably need to take scissors to it at this point. And cut it down so it has to be a point. It'll have to work. Yeah, Wallace, until EA loses the rights due to the end of the contract, they're the only people who make Star Wars games. And if it's proven anything, they're fine with butchering them. And I'm not just talking... The last game was functionally good, but they really showed where their money was. Specifically in our wallets, and they want to fix that. LucasArts making one? Carl, they might be, but I think since they're bought out, it's still Disney. I'm just not sure of how that'll work out. If Disney might be able to rescind the license to finish it or not. It would be awkward if EA sued them for theft of their own property because they signed the contract. Do I think they would? No, because that would be stupid. But at the same time, EA, they do dumb decisions. Like those damn microtransactions. Okay. I think I'm getting the basic of this side. The problem with the purple is that I don't think it's standing out quite enough yet. So I'm going to be adding a lot of thin layers on top of this, trying to richen the color. You might notice, though, I'm also not adding it in certain places where I've already painted purple or pink. Take your pick. That's mostly an attempt because I know I'm going to be painting over it later. So I don't want to overwhelm it right now with other colors. Okay. Seriously, I love also just the look of the pinks. The Emperor's Children pink that Citadel offers is just... It is uniquely disgusting against anything. On metal, it would just kind of look out of place, I think, which is why I don't really like the Emperor's Children setup. But on just, like, disgusting protrusions, it is probably my favorite because it shows mutation. Because it looks close enough to flesh, but more of a distorted, raw flesh. Like the skin stripped off. And it just... That effect right there is disturbing. And I like that for mutations because they're not supposed to look healthy or unpainful. It's supposed to be something you look at and you feel viscerally revolted. And I think this just because of the look of it, it actually works better. But that's just my opinion, as weird as that is. Could also be I just don't like this color of pink, so it actually works better. Oh god, Flying Llama, why? Oh yeah, Flying Llama broke. He is so completely broken right now. Sorry, man. I've actually never played Sekiro, but yeah. And I will play Corpse Party. I agreed to it, so I will. Just delaying it as long as I can. Alright, that's mostly good. I'll touch that up with red in a second. And right now I want to at least... Just pull it around the corner on this. Trying to pull the brush across it to deliver the most paint. but not so much that it goes onto any target but what I want. So far, oddly enough, I've succeeded. It's good enough. Okay, there's a tentacle back there. And, well, of course, the fleshy one that's been co-opted. Let's add a nice layer over this thing. Now, I've really, really thinned this down right now. To the point where it's barely paint and more of an unofficial wash. So I think I'll need a few layers to add the effect I want. And even then, I'm trying something odd with the undercolors. The hard part is getting all these back sections. I knew they would be difficult, but they're just annoying to reach. Like, there's a whole section there that I see as a belt, and oh, I did not paint the right section. Oops. I thought I had. I had not. All right, 1 second. Just gonna readjust quickly. Legs going numb. That's unpleasant. Oh God, sorry, Wallace. MXO. Yeah, Defiant Play Corpse Party. Probably have panic attack on stream because coward. That sounds about right. Yeah. If anyone else thinks that sounds cowardice, because it is. Adding a little more pink to the guts. Also, this part right here that I painted pink, right in the corner, I realized that's actually not supposed to be a mutation. I just like painting them that way. It's supposed to be more of a, how to put it, mucusy extrusion between the pieces, something sticky, but I just don't really like painting those. Mostly because they don't show up nearly as well on detail. So I like saying it's more he's growing into his gun as opposed to he's just sliming his gun. Drisk, I have no idea. I have a link to it, but I do not know what Corpse Party looks like. I have only seen the abridged of it. Oh God. I've seen the abridged of it. Have I seen the abridged of it? Oddly enough, Corpse Party abridged was not demonetized. I was hoping the video would get deleted. I would take a strike for that. I usually despise that system. I would take one right now. Because then I would not have to do it. Ever again. I would be free. Free at last. No more Corpse Party. No more! But no. I just gotta make that one actually work. It's like, yay, your system worked. I'm so proud. Alright, I'm going to give that a few seconds to dry before I put another layer on. Let's hit up this backside tentacle. Oh, there's a Konosuba movie coming out, Wallace. Ooh. Also, Zulu, what's up? Thanks for dropping in. Oh, I see. It's not actually a solid tentacle. It's actually a continuation of the front guts. Okay. Doesn't change much, but good to know. That's a little extra paint in the water section there. I'm using a very thin one. It has a weird effect. As long as I don't put too much on, it coats the target and then dries into it. At least that's what it's done so far. Okay, I see. Not perfect, but I'll take what I can get there. Now just add another layer of pink on top of this thing. Okay. I think that's mostly as good as it's going to get. So what do you guys think? Better? The cord itself, I might try and dry brush with a little silver on top of that, just to see how that works out. Oh, ooh, no, there's a piece back here I just need to sharpen. There's a whole lot of detail right behind this arm that's going to be a pain to get. I'm not even sure I can. Let's see. What do I need to do? Well, washing, detailing. I got most of that gun in. I need to add the Bugsman's glow just to make it look a little better. Let's add a bit of paint to this guy to give the Nurgling something off. I'm actually going to touch him up in green, but I want to add a little something underneath it so he's a little off. See? You can see there's a tiny little bit of pink. Hey, Flying Llama, welcome back from your heart attack. That was mean. Oh, Wallace, I saw... Ooh, there's a new trailer for Babylonia. Oh, I will need to check that out. wonder if it's the one I saw. I think I saw a second trailer. If there's a third one, that's the one you're talking about? Oh, that'll be awesome. Unless that is the second one. In which case, still, when it comes out, I hope they dub it immediately in English because I'm really, really excited to see how it goes. All right, so I'll need red for there, red for the eye holes. That'll be difficult. Red for the back skull because it has clearly defined eyes, which is weird, but I'm okay with it because it looks cool. And then, maybe some Bugman's Glow for the pits in the armor, just to make them stand out when highlighted. Not sure it will, but I would like to try. I got the break in the armor already. And then I can start touching up in green. So we'll just do a few more shades of this. It's hard to tell where one ends and the other begins because of the shadow on the arm. But can't be helped. Brighter here. And just a few more touch-ups. This will probably be a shorter stream because I think I'm making good progress on this guy. And we'll see him completed soon. The wash should take care of a lot of the lingering issues because washes are OP and just how good they are. I swear by them. I really do. Granted, I swear a lot, so that's not saying much, but I'm going to ignore that fact. Normally I would add more detail to this, but honestly, it looks like they're just fangs. There's no mucusy sections around there. I will add a ton of actual mucus to it, though. Oh, God, Jeff, why don't you ask Yoda for money? Because he's a little short. That is so bad. I love it. Oh, that really is bad. So much greens to touch up. So, let's drop the red in, then we'll start working on the detail fixes. Flying Llama, it's the same thing that's wrong with everyone for playing Dark Souls. The pain feels, it hurts so good. It hurts so good. I don't know the rest of the song, but I know it is a song. I don't know why. It seems weird to me, but I'll just roll with that one. Okay, let's see. Green and red. This one's painted itself down. There we go. Okay, we got the red tip and just gonna rub it in the eye. Now, as you can see, I massively overpainted. That's because I did not have good brush control. But I'm not really worried because I can fix that easy enough. Back here, though, it's a little more tempting. What I'm trying to do is not so much paint it as take one of the stray hairs and pull it over the target. It works to a varying degree. good enough. There's really no good way to do that one, so I'm just going to leave it as is and hope for the best. Same with this guy. I'm actually just slopping it on him because I know I'll be painting over a lot of it in green in a second. And that guy looks freakishly disgusting now. Flying Llama, it depends how you play Dark Souls. If you went a dexterity build, no, it was not easy. If you went strength or magic, yes, it was easy. God, dexterity builds were difficult. That's why I had such trouble with the first few games. I tried to do dexterity. Yeah! It was difficult. That's definitely true. All right. I think I got enough red. I'll just leave that as touch-up work later to clear off the extras. And like always, it smears the back of my hand. I swear, I look like I just scratched myself horribly or something. Like, oh no, I'm losing blood, ah! The first time my girlfriend saw it because I forgot to wash off my hand, Pretty Guardian was, concerned. Notably concerned. Like, then immediately act like an ass and play like, oh my god, I'm bleeding, I'm gonna die! No! I will say, though, Flying Llama, Dex is a good secondary attribute. Also, Duba? Bonehome? Bobonum? I'm probably butchering the name horribly. Granted, it's me, so thanks for dropping in. After I also butchered your name horribly. Yeah. Let's see, so I'm going to hit reds right there. Oh, I forgot the reds on that. Wow, I feel like an idiot. I even had it. Really? I despise wasting paint. I will literally scrape it off myself. I'm not happy about that, but well, what are you gonna do? I got a red thumb! It's like a green thumb, but unintentional, and, well, yeah. Oh god, I have to change pants. Yeah, Llama's been doing that by just sheer rage at Sekiro. He's been spitting it up. I realized what I said. Still though, if anyone's liking this, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks. Oh, everyone did. Cool. Let's see. Just gonna put it right here where I think it's the most disturbing. There's parts here that I'm pretty sure are not mutations, but just raw gut. They're harder to paint, but I'm trying. The one upside is if I overpaint here, it's not actually a bad option. Because it'll look significantly disturbing. They're just having the talons and the fangs on the mouth kind of bleeding in, then, yeah, see? That looks pretty good. That actually looks good. I didn't clean the paintbrush off enough, but you know what they say. Well, I actually have no idea what they say. I never listened to them. They're idiots, though. Not sure who they is either, but I'm sure they are. A little too thick, but I can deal with that. I can paint over a lot of that later. The red eyes are fine. They're going to be really light, but unless I can take this tip and just touch the tip a little. Not perfect, but that actually looks pretty good. I can touch it up with silver later, but even the overhang on the paint that I put on actually has a nice effect. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Now here's the hard part. Where does one thing end and the other begin? It's really hard to see back there. I know I overpainted, but I think I can clear that up. And if I add the right amount of green, it should come out all right. Oh, it's Gaelic. Bubonum? Do Bubonum? Yeah, I would definitely have... Dubo. Yeah, I'll call you Dubo, yeah. Sorry about that. I really screw up names. Granted, that's in English too, so if it's Gaelic, yeah. I have no skill at that language. Granted, I don't have skill at English, and that's my only language I speak fluently, so... Yeah... English major. I don't even do English well. I'm gonna cover that up. I think that was a very rich coat. When I finally go back and do more edits on that, it should work well. God, I'm even calling it edits outside of editing. Ugh. Next up, green. This is where we really start the detailing work. Just shake that up and make sure it's still liquid. Yep, that's still liquid. And I got more on my hand. Lovely. I swear, there's so much paint on me by the time I'm done. Now I got a green red thumb. That's right. Christmas, bitch. Oh, it means blackout? Oh. Hey, random guy. Nah, you're not late. Well, yes, actually you are, but I'm going to ignore that. Because so was I. And it's my stream, so I have no excuse. Just remember, if you like the stream, hit the share button. Yeah, sure, go for it. Thanks. And then you can be like, I was there back when he had no viewers. I was like, yeah, so was I. He had no one else. And no one ever came. I have no idea what I say 90% of the time. The other 10%, I'm lying. Bit too much water, but not the worst outcome. Almost ready. Let's see. Now the fun part. Gotta take off the extra. Only touch up what needs to be touched up. There's a talon I overpainted. Now I gotta fix it. It's protruding from the skin. I think I got most of it. Okay. Coming in. Yeah, Tyler, I did, and then Monday went differently than I thought. No complaints, just differently than I thought. It went well, though. There'll be a video of exactly what happened yesterday. It's also why I was late today. I was working on that. Took off a little too much there. Gonna need to touch that up because I overpainted a bit again, but not in a bad way, if that makes sense. It's always hard to do this now that my brush is fraying. It was great when I started, but now the brush edge is not as good. Ooh, Carl, roast dinner sounds awesome. The knee I'm working on is almost done. Just hard to see. Okay, the leg is actually going really easily. It's a wider surface, so I can just pull the paint across, as opposed to try and just tip it down, which makes a huge difference. Attack on Titan? Oh, yeah, I've seen it. Not the original, but I've seen all the abridges of it. So many. Thing is, it's on Netflix. I'll probably eventually just get around to watching it while I work out in the mornings. Which is the other reason I was so late today. I spent way longer working out this morning. A couple hours on it. Fun, but, you know, I was dead. So dead. Okay. The fist is nearly done. Definitely need to take scissors to these. Just try and get off the excess brush material. Tyler, not too long, because I'm actually making good progress, and this is already a continuation, so basically until this guy's done. And then I'll wash him. When I mean wash, I mean this right gland flesh. This stuff, I swear by it. It's more of a dark reddish base, so I love how it interacts with the armor. It gives it a really worn and weathered look that I think is important for Death Guard. So even if the paint is not quite perfect on its own, it adds exactly what I want. In exactly the way I want, and I'm quite satisfied with it. Okay, there's one hand in. Yeah, gonna have to paint that again. Oops. I cannot even see the back of his hand. It's in shadow based on where the lights in my room are and on where the stuff around it is. So much harder to tell. Hmm. Object. Honestly, Ula, getting started on the Space Marines is probably an easier way, like these guys. I still paint them because I like playing them. Rerolls is fun. But they're a much easier set to paint. These guys, I jumped into the deep end because they have so many little nooks and crannies that they're very difficult to paint. But it's more just a matter of time. I'm not a very good painter. I'm just very patient. And that makes up for a lot of problems. A good painter would have this done already and would look amazing. So I'll just take my time and have fun. It's not exactly a worst outcome. Correcting some overpaints I did. Not really bad ones either, just things that needed to get touched up. The funny part is a lot of this will probably be covered over in the wash. Oh, that's where it was glued, okay. I have to touch up the gold because I missed the inside of the armor. That's a little embarrassing, but it can't be helped. Also, I guess I should offer, if anyone's interested, I will paint your models for you on stream. Just $10 because that should cover any ink I have to buy, or shipping costs. But short of that, yeah, I'll do it for you. I find it fun, so it'd be interesting. $5-6 hours. Oh yeah, because Thousand Suns have gems on them, and those are so individualized, you got to be careful. Yeah. Dubo. And the character in your own head. Pretty Guardian is a protagonist. That actually works out better than it should. Plus, she's cute enough. But I'm a little biased towards my fiance. Okay. Get a little bit more fresh paint in here. The foot I need to hit next. I think we're getting better at fixing the feet. I always try and put gold on the underside of the plating, but the overside always has a little bit of spillover, and it gets a little out of hand. But right now, I think I finally am getting it to the point where I can control the paint just well enough to cover up what I need. It's not perfect by any measure, but who needs perfect when it's good enough? I'm fine with that. Now to touch up this nurgling that was infesting the armor. This is a little more difficult than the other ones. Still pretty repulsive, but I wonder if I should put more pink on it just to make it more differentiated. I might actually very well do that. Scraping the extra over that. For some reason, there's a bunch of black spots on this guy. I do not know why. Tyler, the best 40K? I don't know. I usually like whatever one I just finished last. And how was my day? I'm still coming off a massive rush of how yesterday went, so pretty damn good, actually. I'm going to go see Pretty Guardian later, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Dubo, this is... I know, my painting streams are usually a lot more peaceful. I just get really into it. The building streams, on the other hand, is nothing but me swearing at the camera. Yeah, a lot of that. I also do that when I'm not painting as well. So much swearing at the camera because those... God damn. The sprues never clean themselves. They shouldn't, but I wish they would. And while resin comes out of the sprue easier, painting it is... I think the technical term, a bitch. A massive bitch. I know, it's a very technical term. It means it is a bitch. Yeah. So far, I'm liking where this guy's going. Might be able to put some differentiation on the shoulder piece right there. Maybe I'll just touch up a little bit green inside there, just to give it some differentiation. Yeah, just a little bit of green on top of the bronze to show that it's pitted and kind of disgusting. Need to touch up the silvers. Overall, though, I'm kind of liking this. Oh, Bugman's Glow. I got to remember that one. We should be good soon. Let's see. Can barely see what I'm painting over here. Okay. Touch up this piece right here where it's not supposed to be infected. Good. Cannot get a good beat on this. Oh God, Drisk. The Slaanesh Fiend looks amazing, but the torso consists of 5 separate parts. Why? Oh God, that is, even thinking about that is terrifying. Oh God, please don't tell me they're resin. Please don't tell me they're resin. I like the plastic glue and how it actually forms a physical bond as opposed to the resin super glue, which is just, okay, I think we'll stick until we decide not to now. Shake super glue too much and it'll just snap. Okay. I added a bit of green. I didn't put a very thick layer. In fact, it's a very thin layer. He will probably still be visible through it. And I wanted to keep some of the red in there just because it'll look a lot more disgusting. So just, they gave up on resin? Oh, thank God. Although they recently put out that new Commissar model that was resin, so they might have given up on a lot of them, but the fine detail ones, maybe they haven't. Honestly, Dubbo, it might look good now, but that's really just the... I swear it's just because I'm moving around so quick, no one can really zoom in. What really makes it look good, though, is the wash at the end. That makes a model look amazing. Like my models before and after a simple single layer of wash, no skill, slathered on, it really pops every single detail in ways I could never even imagine touching. And that's not even bringing up dry brushing techniques or some of the other advanced ones. All right, this guy looks almost good enough. Oh, I need a little silver there, a little silver brushed on that guy, and a little gold on the underside of the epaulet right over here. And he might be close to complete. I'll have to add some things here, but I can get that later. So, yeah. We're coming into the home stretch. Oh, the head. I gotta touch up his head. I completely forgot about that. Good thing I remembered. Having to open this again would be annoying. Just not entirely. Again, they had a Commissar model they put out for Black Library, the Black Library Day, and that was a new resin model. Little annoying, but it can't be helped. So they're not entirely giving up on it. Just maybe not pushing it as hard. Oh, wow. There is a very big, just glob of this stuff on his head. Wow. I mean, I don't mind. It's not that bad a detail, but wow. Try to get flush with the plate. Okay, I think that's most of him. Oh god, dude, I'm not answering that one. Yeah, and grabbing. Death Guard and Wash are just amazing together. If it doesn't look good, add more Wash. And then it does. And the crazy part is, it does look so amazing afterwards. Way better than my lack of skill could ever manage. Okay, just gotta get that little piece right there. Oh wow, it actually worked. I was painting around one of the little corners on the foot, and I just got exactly what I wanted. Yay, I helped! Woo! Nice. So the Bugman's Glow, a little black touch-up. It's good enough. I don't need to worry about that. And let's see, just a little bit up here. A very thin layer at that. So Forge World resin is actually better than GW resin. Does it actually respond to plastic glue? Because if I have to use super glue, I would rather avoid Forge World. I just do not like using super glue. Too many issues, not enough benefit. Good enough. I don't want them to be oversized, but they're still pretty liquid around the eyes. Just a reduced amount. Touch silver on that. Overall, I think I got this guy more or less where I want him to be. He turned out to be a lot simpler. I'm not touching that corner right there. I know I should, but I cannot get that. Oh, dear God. Oh, God. I'm not touching that one. Yeah, just preparing the resin. I've heard afterwards you need to wash the pieces in the resin because they're covered in powder to get them out easier. But if you want to keep track of them easier, you have to leave them in. So it's like catch-22. Got to leave it in the sprue to wash them so you don't lose them. But you need to take this powder off to make them easier to get out. If they made a super glue that melted resin, that would be perfect. They haven't. I wish they would. All right, so I think we're coming along pretty nicely now. The guy looks pretty disgusting. fact, I'm just going to put a little light sheen on here. Just spruing it up a bit. Hey, if I'm talking about how sprues are annoying, I might as well use it as a term to read disgustifying a gun. Plus, it just does not feel right not to have a plague weapon that feels a little green. All right. It's a very light sheen of green on the sword, but I think when I wash it, it'll look really good. All right. Now comes the next touch-up. Silver touch-up, a black touch-up, a little bit of pink, not much, just a little. And I actually think this might be one of the faster ones I've ever painted. Just silver and pink, and I should be good. Oh, and black. Silver, pink, and black. So we got the pink, black, and silver. Let's do the silver first. Shake that up more. I know, apparently I've been told it sounds very odd, especially if you're using headphones. Just stay in there. Ah! Okay, good. God, my nose itchy. Stupid nose. It made me look bad. Courage the Cowardly Dog references. They never get old. Well, technically they do, but I'm going to ignore that. And there was this one piece I wanted silver. Almost forgot about this one. Glad I didn't, because it looks so much better silver. Did it crash? Took long enough. Oh, I think that's my cord that's all really screwed up right now. Well, this is awkward. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what happened. It looks like... Oh, I get it was. Whatever I'm using here is a little awkward right now. Okay, there we go. Not sure why I was doing that. Tyler, probably not my best. I think the one before it might be. I'm rushing this guy a little. But at the same time, I don't want to judge him until I see what happens next. There's plenty of little issues I see on this guy that I don't want to call my best. He's fun, though. And there's just so many details right behind that arm I cannot reach. The fact that I cannot reach it bugs me. It really bugs me a lot. Just gotta learn how to deal with it, though. And by that, I mean double check everything. Like right behind here, there's a little bit of this guy that I did not get. There's a little spillover near it. Other colors had come on and corrupted it, but it worked out well. I want to try to get that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like the details on it. I like how it looks. Let's see if I can get a better deal. See, I put a little detail in there so you can kind of just see that. I'm just going to dry my brush off a bit and... Essentially, I'm dry brushing it right now. Just adding a layer, light layer of silver over it. So now it looks strained. Still mostly pink, but there's a bit of silver. Not a lot. Not a lot anywhere, actually. But enough that you can tell what it's supposed to be. This guy's a surprisingly simple model now that I put him down. Huh. That'll mostly change in the wash. Also, because from a distance, the teeth don't really look super bright. And like from here, I can almost not even tell they're painted. I have to get really close to realize, oh no, they're a different color. Yeah, that actually bugs me. There was a teeth color that was more popping. Tyler, I can't make a video explaining the game because I know for a fact I still play it wrong. I'm still learning this game itself. Painting, I'm actually a lot more versed on than, well, playing. That said, I actually do have a gameplay video coming out soon that will just be me versus Pretty Guardian on Death Guard versus Plague Marine, or Plague Marine of Death Guard versus Smurfs, Ultramarines. It was a fun match. Granted, now that I have Tyranids, she really wants to play them because top hats on Velociraptors. I need to find the top hats. That's the only hard part. And that said, I want to find the top hats because Tyranids and top hats with monocles is just... It's so crazy. Why wouldn't you do it? It's too perfect, you know? Ooh, the perfect shade of blue for Night Lords. Driscoll, that actually sounds amazing. It's always like a really popping one, which might actually be the actual color Ultramarine blue, instead of the one they use in, you know, for game workshop stuff, which actually isn't Ultramarine. Yeah, I know. Weird. Let's see. Gonna need to touch up a little of the black. Oh, the gold. The gold is what I need. Balthazar. Just make sure this is cleaned up. Do not want to accidentally repaint something that I do not want to mix. Seriously, I almost forgot to paint the back of his pauldron. That would have been so embarrassing. I mean, no one would have seen it but me. But the fact that it was there and unpainted would have just bugged me. looks good. That looks good. Just touch this up just a little bit right here. All right. Mostly just working on some of the finer detail work here. Oh, silver needs a bit of that just on the skull. I forgot that part. But I think we are almost done. Okay, and then we can go to the wash soon. Dark gray with heavy blue washes. Oh, nice. Graping? Grapping, probably. Butchering the names. What else is new? Again, I will probably buy a new fine tooth brush again. Because as much as I love this one, it's just falling apart. But we're nearly at the done part. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this guy looks like finished with the wash and everything. Tudor, you didn't miss too much. I'm just really finishing up right now. It's mostly just going over the fine detail work and seeing what's going on. Also, on my channel page, I have a link to the giveaway I'm doing for Kukulkan's Spear from Fate Grand Order. Make sure to check that out because for another week, I'll keep it up. And then I will do a live stream just seeing who won. And I'm really looking forward because the longer it stays here, the more I'm tempted to keep it. And that's... I said I'd give it away, so I better do that. Almost done. Gotta go around this guy's... Oh, shit. This is going to be a tough one to get. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Terrible saying, but hey, if it works. Okay. Now I'm just going to take most of that off and... I want a better brush for this one. A little more black here. That's not the brush I want. That is much too thick. That's more of a night brush or when I go to paint the tank. Just brush the horns. Just applying a little shade of black to them. Just running the brush back and forth so whatever paint I have on them is transferred to the tip. It's not even a very strong effect. I know there's people who do this with airbrushing. I just don't want to do that because I don't like the airborne aspect of it. It really just bugs the heck out of me. Oh, Tudor, yeah, go to sleep, man. Oh, you got a career expo? Yeah, no, dude, good luck tomorrow. Good luck at the career expo, but seriously, go to sleep. Also, tea will help. Just not, like, decaffeinated tea. Otherwise, that shit will really hit you. Oh, just because it's not a GW paint? Hey, any paint you like works. That works is fine. I like them just because it's the colors I know I need, so it's a little easier. But if you're better at color theory than I am, then yeah, go for anything you like. All right. I think we'll move on to the next part, which is just touching up the silver one last time, touching up the pink, and I think I will start moving on to the dry brushing. So we're going to see this thing done within the next, what, 10, 15 minutes? I'm actually really excited. I really want to see what this guy looks like. That, and it's just one step closer to having all of my Death Guard guys painted. Then I can move on to all of the Ultramarines, and then I can start stripping down the Tyranids. That'll be fun. Yay. Tyranid stripping. I realize what I said. I regret everything. And this thing won't prop. Stay up, Damyo. Just take a little bit of this. That's good enough. Hit this nodule. Make sure it's still silvery. And not overpainting. That would be bad at this stage. The more I overpaint, the more I have to fix later. One last detail I wanted to change. Just add a nice light sheen to that section. Just to make it stand out a little more. Okay. Ooh, got a little dry there. Let's get a little more. Better. Do I ever do requests? What do you mean, Tyler? I mean, I take requests on what to stream all the time. I just don't always listen. Because if someone requests something I don't want to do. Usually if someone donates, I will do something, but again, I don't always if I don't want to. I usually want to, though, just because, you know, if someone's going to, I might as well. For example, Corpse Party. Not looking forward to that, but I also agree to that one. Not looking forward to that. Really, really not looking forward to that. Just a single touch up there. That's better. Thought I was missing a part. Right now I'm looking at a section where the pink had slightly overwhelmed what I was intending. So I'm just adding a small bit of silver back. better. Okay, it's a little too watery. Add a little paint back. Okay. The nodule is nearly done. Can't see the back, so I'll ignore it. What's left? The gun is more or less touched. I think just a little Bugman glow on the wrap because it looks like a great brown. And yeah, I think this will be nearly, or no, it might actually be done. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited. Ah. Almost done. Warp shenanigans. Oh, God. And there's the pink. Oh, yeah, pink. What else do I need to touch up? I think it was just the pink, actually. A last bit of that. And, yeah. So I'll pull this out now. I had a lot more of this one, but I kind of spilled it all over my floor. Yeah, it was enlightening. Enraging is more accurate, but I'm not going to mention that. All right. Now, okay, got a one black spot right there that I need to get out. I want this to be the dominant color around there. Ooh, I might need to touch that up in bone again. Dang it! Ah, oh well. I'll fix that in a second. I thought it was done, but I missed that, so it's going to push back the finish time a bit. Not a lot to worry about, honestly. It's not even the end of the world. Just, I thought I was almost at the finish line. Okay, so touch up the bone next. Damn, Flying Llama. Are you okay? Seriously, Matt, if this game is that bad, do not play Sekiro. Or hire someone to beat it for you. I'm not sure if you can, but hey, share play's a thing. Probably is actually a thing, yeah. Ooh, Tyler, if you were going to start, I would just go online and look up the different playstyles. Like, look at different battle reports. There's swarm armies, and then there's single point armies. Swarm army is really powerful right now, but that might change in a different edition. Or if a new unit comes out who makes it better. Generally, just look into, do you like spamming magic? Do you like spamming characters? Do you like spamming shooting? Or do you just like having giant-ass single models who are like titans on the field? And then go from there. I might do a video talking about it just based on that, but Yeah, hit me up on Discord. We'll talk more about it there because there's a lot more people in 40K and the miniatures game that's way more knowledgeable than me. Generally, though, if you like Magic, there's a few options. If you like little swarm models, there's options. If you like general shooting, Space Marines, there's a whole lot of tactics involved. And you don't want to get into this game because while it's less expensive than a lot of hobbies, at the front end, you pay everything. So it can be more expensive immediately. All right, I got that done. Oh, I forgot what I need to touch up. What was it before? Oh, yeah, bone. That's what it was. Oh, if you want to paint? Oh, in that case, just choose the color that, like a spray paint, equivalent to what you're doing, and work from there. If I had a green, I would use it on these guys. When I do, well, like this guy, for example, who I was doing yesterday, just for fun, I have only painted the black and silver sections. Everything else is the spray paint, but it is an identical color to the actual can of paint I have right here. Yeah, Macragge Blue. It's the spray paint that's identical, so it works out pretty well that I don't have to worry about. The same with this guy. I don't need to do much to it because I spray painted it mostly the same color. Now, some of the base will need to be touched up because it didn't quite hit everything, just a huge model. But otherwise, yeah, it's going to be much easier. Because honestly, spray paints are just as good. It's not like they finish any differently, and under a wash, they all look the same. Just choose the color that's the predominant color, or go with black or whites or grays, depending on what you want the shadows to be like where you can't reach. Generally, I just say match it up so you don't have to work as hard, and that way you also have to spend less on paint, because it's more expensive. Alright, bone. Ah, yeah, Rakarth flesh. That one did not want to open. It's starting to seal itself shut, too. Let's see. Can I get this in quickly before I have to finish up? Finish off this bone and I should be good. Almost done. Yeah, Warrior, the stream is still going. I should be done soon, though. I'm nearly finished. And then we'll add the wash right after this. See what needs to be finished, and... yeah, we'll call it a day. And then I'll go see my fiance. Touch up the facial ones one last time. Alright. Oh, yeah, Wallace, when Gouda Gouda 2 comes out on Thursday, I'm definitely streaming that. Just, you know, Thursday. Tomorrow, I might do it as well. I'm not really sure what I'll do. See what happens. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that because I'm looking forward to it. Seeing just the new event. I'm not going to wail for it. I'll do a couple rolls, maybe like 2 or 3, but the big one for me will be the next event. When C3 drops that one, I'm wailing on that. Not just because I heard it's really good, too. From what I heard, though, it is really good. I think this is more or less done. Yeah. Just double checking. Nothing major I need to touch up. I can tighten this just a little bit more. Just a little bit of excess. Yeah, that looks like we're done. All right, that is a oh, and yeah, Wallace, I'm definitely pulling for all, like, Melt and Passion Lip. Kiara, too, but less heavily. Because she freaks me out a lot. Like, legitimately scares me in the same way Shootin does. It's like, yeah, I'm going to be in another room. Screaming and running away. Probably through a wall. Doors are overrated. Yeah. So, we're just going to close this up. Got the wash. Even though I don't need it anymore, I'm going to keep this in here. Just because, why not? I will need to trim the bristles, damn. And I like that brush a ton. Again, I have this thing where I do not like sticking the dry bristles into the paint. I like it having at least a little water clinging to it. It's completely my own little narcosis there. Psychosis? Let's go with that one. Narcosis is something different. And, oh, Ignis, thank you. Yeah, if you think it looks good now, just wait 5 seconds until this is ready. This is where it goes from looking okay to really being a good model. I just want to give it a few seconds to dry, so I'll start working over here. Oh, bug means glow. That's what I forgot. Oh, well. Too late. I'll just say it's silver straps. Now, again, this is the Rakarth flesh. It's much redder. Yeah, I'm just slobbering this thing on right now. Because I want these dark sections to not just get a bit of it, but to be inundated with paint. There's a few sections, actually, that I will like to do that at. Like this guy's face. You can see that I'm just dropping it on him. I want that to be disturbing levels of just colorization. Nice. The best part is always that it just seeps in so well. It adds the details that are so hard to find otherwise. But you just got to make sure to pull it up. How you pull the paint is probably the biggest thing I've noticed. So I like to pull against the grain so it shows in the shadow is where most of the paint collects. Paint Tyler is usually about $4 to $5 a can. And they're small cans. That said, it's usually small models, so they last a while. I'm only halfway done on Nurgle and Blue, and that's mostly what I've been painting, so they're overpriced, honestly. But you get enough usage out of them where it's not a bad deal. Just thin your paints and don't glob it on. That is the biggest advantage. If you don't thin your paints, you'll run out really fast and your models will look rough. If you do, you'll get plenty of usage out of it. Also, I want to make sure this collects in all the different little existing little dots. Ooh, and this one right here, yeah, that I want to have really dark paint. So I'm just going to drop a dot of it. I'll pull up the extra later. But right now, yeah, that I want to be really dark. I know I'm overusing this, but I love the effects so much. I don't want to stop. It adds color because it's so dark that it makes it look blackish. But this is actually a red wash, so if you pull away the right amounts, it actually changes how things look. And that is like the back. I did almost nothing to it, but even you can see it's starting to take on definition I did not add. Oh god, no, Carl. No, not Ren and Stimpy. My girlfriend loves it. They freak me out. I never really liked them. But I'm also a coward, so that's not saying much. Mm-hmm. And now I want to make sure this looks wet and just disturbed. Haven't done this in a while. Alright, I think this is almost done. I've slathered enough on here, it might actually be there. Okay. And just a little more on this guy's face. Oh, I almost forgot to make sure that the rupture for the horn has a lot backlogged there. I want to highlight the colors here. Oh, and I nearly forgot the grenades. Oh, that is... Hey, Cue Ball, what's up, man? I hope I've gotten better. Some of the early ones don't look nearly as good to me now. That said, I'm still enjoying every second. I would do that again. Now, I put so much on it's starting to drip down onto the base. I'm actually okay with that. I like how it changes the color of the base. But I also realize it's not the best option. Okay. Back of the horn too. Don't want to forget that. Very embarrassing if I did. All right, I think we might be either done or close to it. One thing that's really good though, right here, how it's really sinking in, that when it dries will be incredibly dark and look like a gaping pit into the body. And that effect is exactly what I wanted to achieve. There's only one dot where I need to add a little more. Okay. Make sure the fingers have the definition on them I need. Hey, I think this might be it. Oh, Kosher1, thanks for dropping in too. This is actually a Death Guard Plague Marine from Warhammer 40k. It's one of the miniatures. And I'm loving how it looks. Especially because the Reichland flesh, it interacts with the green I'm using for the main armor. And it just weathers it to look almost like a rust. And just... it's such a cool effect when it's finally done. I'm going to be taking more advantage of the seeping nature of it this time around, though. Normally I don't do it as much, but here we go. I've been using this really heavily to just seep into cracks and darken them in ways that I could not do on my own without making it worse. Just gonna hold that there, let that dry. Same with that guy. God, this guy is dripping, like literally dripping right now, but Tyler, the next one? Maybe tomorrow, depending on what I get done. And definitely Thursday for the new event in FGO. I definitely want to hit that up. Other than that, well, we'll find out. I think, is there anything else I really need to hit up? No, I think this guy might very well be done. Now just to wash that off. Yeah, looks like we're hitting the max. You can barely see, like, I dropped so much on the base of it, but it didn't start overwhelming it. So it'll actually be one of the more finished bases I have on models. As much as I love painting models, I'm not much on working on the bases. The wet paint gives it a really cool effect, cue ball, but it'll dry and it won't look nearly as wet anymore. That said, I do have paints explicitly for a wet, kind of metallic, almost shiny look. These two right here. This one, I won't, or that's liquid green stuff. That actually, it's supposed to fill in cracks when models aren't built right. It does not. It sucks. But it gives it a really dirty effect when you dry brush it on, and I love that for, like, really dirty, disgusting cloth. This is one of those wet paints that looks like glass effect, and this one, I will actually be adding to that little pink connector between the gun in here and lathering on the stomach, because that'll make it look like disgusting and green and just pus filled. And it's, for this guy, a very useful effect, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So yeah, not complaining. I like how this turned out. Let's see if I can get a bit of zoom in. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No complaints. It looks disgusting and just all the kinds of corrupt that it should be. So I'm calling this a victory. I'll put a picture of it when it dries on YouTube in the community section. So check it out then, because it does change drastically between when it's still wet and drying to like just a few hours later, because the colors will actually change as the wet wash seeps in. And that's something I've noticed a few times, where if I put something in, it'll look a different color just a few hours later. It actually changes colors. As it dries, it becomes darker. And that'll be really fun. Oh, God. And yeah, cue ball liquid green stuff works really well, but it doesn't change the color so much as add texture. But it adds a texture that no one really thinks to do. There's actually an entire thing on Tabletop Minions talking about it, and it works well. For example, I tried to cover this crack right here with the liquid green stuff, and it mostly worked. But it also made it very rigid. And it looks like someone splattered mud in there, then painted over the mud. It's not a bad effect for a tank, but just really, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna call this one here, and the next stream on Thursday. The next stream will be around 9 in the morning because that's usually when I stream. I might be pushing it back to 10 just because I want to get more done before that, like working out and doing stuff like that. But right now, yeah, I'm happy with how this guy turned out. Let's see if we can move him right here. That's better. And yeah, I'm excited to see how he changes, how the different colors will seep in, and how it'll turn. But right now, thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you guys tomorrow whenever I stream again. Probably around maybe 10? I'm not really sure what I'll do tomorrow. We'll find out. I am going to get a corpse party, though. So all the same, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Adios. Corpse party is going to be fun. Also, Kosher, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping by. Right at the end of the stream, too. Seriously, that was fun. Can't wait to just, like, see how it dries. It's already starting. Nice!